As we begin August, we get the first looks of the Fordham women's soccer team here with head coach Jessica Clinton. Just a quick recap of the last 2 years. Back-to-back 10-win seasons, back-to-back A10 tournament appearances. Has there been one key that you think that those two teams kind of bringing it forward to this year's team that you have to make sure it has to be a successful thing to make it 3 in a row?
I think it's the culture. I think it's the players themselves that are doing the work and doing it together. It's not a formula. It's just the care and the passion that they bring every day.
What are the feelings going into your 4th preseason here? I know as a new coach, you're excited, ready to roll and things like that. Now you're in year 4. What are the feelings going like with a very new team this year?
Very new team. It's all about experience, right? We were able to gain experience over the past 4 years, and we've graduated a majority of those players. And again, we're back at square one, just getting experience, and that's all we can really hope for.
This preseason, fans are always looking for, okay, who graduated? What do we have to replace? For this year, obviously the big thing is that backside. It's going to look new with new personnel, new alignments, and things like that. Is there any one player you're looking forward to seeing in those new roles or in those battles for a starting spot, the new challenges for the players?
I think we're going to see a lot of our young players see a good amount of time. We've shifted around a couple of players to kind of help in those lost experienced roles. We've moved Brooke to the back line, who was our leading goal scorer last year, but in the spring she was also our leading goal scorer. So I think wherever we put her, she'll score goals. But we've moved some players around, but I think we're just as exciting to watch given our style of play and players that are in the system.
A lot of new players, 7 new players as freshmen, but you also had a number of players that missed last year with injuries. That's like adding a new person to the roster. Is there one player or 2 players that the fans can look forward to this year, seeing a little bit of that, hey, I think we might have something with that particular player?
Well, our goalkeeping position is wide open. We have a junior, Colleen Hickey, who hasn't seen much time, and sophomore, Kelly. So that will be a fun and exciting kind of position to see develop. We have Shannon back, which is nice. And so, yeah, there's a lot of openings and players returning, and it's fun to watch them get back in the rhythm of things.
All right, well, thank you so much for joining us for this first look, Jess, and best of luck with preseason.
Thank you.
We continue our first look with our player interview. Natalie Sims of the women's soccer team. Natalie, you're a senior now, one of the leaders on this team. How has your role changed this preseason now that you are in that senior leadership group with Carly and Rachel this year?
This preseason, me, Carly, Rachel just tried to kind of step up and take more of a vocal role on the team and kind of lead by example, whether it be on or off the field. So I think we're all doing a good job of stepping up and being the upperclassmen and the seniors.
There are a lot of new players, 7 freshmen on this team, but there's also a couple players from last year that didn't see the action at all. They were hurt all year, that you're trying to integrate them into this team. So far through the first couple of days, how have those new players kind of gelled into practice and into dealings with the team?
Yeah, completely new team this year, and I think they're doing a real good job mixing in with us. Really just fitting right in the practices and on and off the field. We're all really mixing well together, so that's great to see.
You guys are here for preseason for 2 weeks. You got that one exhibition game over at St. John's. Over just this 2-week span of 2.5-week span of preseason, what are the goals for the team to mesh together, over these couple weeks? Because again, it's not a whole lot of time until that first opening game against Nevada.
Yeah, I think just in practice and whether we do inter-squad scrimmages or in meetings, kind of figuring out our roles, our specific roles on the field, and just really trying to include everyone, again, on and off the field, I think is our main goal, just because we do have such a new team to really mix in together well.
All right, well, thanks so much for this first look at the women's soccer team, Natalie, and good luck with the rest of the season.
Thank you.
Continuing our first look with the women's soccer team, we're here with junior Brooke Salmon. Brooke, much different this year. Team comprised not a ton of seniors, but there are a lot of juniors on this team to help those 3 seniors this year in that leadership role. How has your class kind of looked at this preseason with such a new team together this year?
Well, we're just going to help out the senior class as much as we can. We're going to piggyback with them, so if they need help, they can always look for us. We're going to be there for them when they need us most.
For yourself personally, you've been all conference. Your first 2 years here, all rookie team as a freshman, second team all league as a sophomore. How have you seen your particular game develop over those first 2 seasons, and what do you look forward to in the junior season?
I think the seniors have had a lot of pressure on me, which has made me the player I am, and I hope that the senior class continues that, and we grow as a team as I help the freshmen do the same.
I know I asked Natalie the exact same question. 2.5 weeks of preseason, not a whole lot of time to get the game together before that very first game against Nevada. What are the preseason goals for this team for that 2.5 week stretch to make sure that you guys are ready for that first game?
I think just coming together as a team and playing with the new players, especially the freshmen, just learning the way they move and being able to play with them in games.
All right, well, thanks so much, Brooke, and thank you for joining us for First Look.
Thank you.